When one first seeks the Dharma, one is far away from its environment. When one has already correctly transmitted the Dharma to oneself, one is one's original self at that moment. When riding on a boat, if one watches the shore, one may assume that the shore is moving. But watching the boat directly, one knows that it is the boat that moves. If one examines the 10,000 dharmas with a diluted body and mind, one will suppose that one's mind and nature are permanent. But if one practices intimately and returns to the true self, it will be clear that the 10,000 dharmas are without self. Firewood turns into ash and does not turn into firewood again. But do not suppose that the ash is after and the firewood before. We must realize that firewood is in a state of being firewood, and it has its before and after. Yet despite this past and future, its present is independent of them. Ash is in a state of being ash, and it has its before and after. Just as firewood does not become firewood again after it is ash, so after one's death, one does not return to life again. Thus, that life does not become death is an unqualified fact of the Buddha Dharma. For this reason, life is called non-born. That death does not become life is the Buddha's resolving of the confirmed Dharma wheel. Therefore, death is called the non-extinguished. Life is a period of itself, death is a period of itself. For example, they are like winter and spring. We do not think that winter becomes spring, nor do we say that spring becomes summer. Gaining enlightenment is like the moon reflecting in the water. The moon does not get wet, nor is the water disturbed. Although its light is extensive and great, the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch across. The whole moon and the whole sky are reflected in a dewdrop in the grass, in one drop of water. Enlightenment does not disturb the person, just as the moon does not disturb the water. A person does not hinder enlightenment, just as the dewdrop does not hinder the moon in the sky. The depth of the drop is the height of the moon. As for the duration of the reflection, you should examine the water's vastness or smallness, and you should discern the brightness or the dimness of the heavenly moon. When the Dharma does not fill our body and mind, we think we have enough. When the Dharma fills our body and mind, we realize that something is missing. For example, when we view the four directions from a boat on the ocean where no land is in sight, it looks circular, nothing else. No other aspects are apparent. However, this ocean is neither round nor square, and its qualities are infinite in variety. It's like a palace. It's like a jewel. It seems circular as far as our eyes can reach at the time. Likewise, the 10,000 dharmas are so, though there are many aspects of the secular life and the religious life. We only recognize and understand what the power of our penetrating vision can reach. In order to appreciate the 10,000 dharmas, we should know that although they may look round or square, the other qualities of the oceans and mountains are infinite in variety. Furthermore, other universes lie in all quarters. It is so not only around ourselves, but also directly here.